Good afternoon to you. Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com here with your hurricane outlook and discussion. Tropical Storm Anna coverage here for May the 9th, 2015. This is what it looks like. Very recent satellite shot. Deep convection over the eastern side of the circulation. And this is where the 50 to 60 mile per hour winds are more than likely being felt, is somewhere in here along the coast itself from Morehead City, Atlantic Beach down through Wilmington, Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, and Charleston. Just a few scattered showers moving onshore in this direction here along the coast and then offshore on the west side of the circulation. And then even inland areas back towards the I-95 corridor and into the Sandhills. A few pop-up showers associated with the larger circulation envelope and the tremendous amount of moisture that this system is trying to wring out of the atmosphere. What's going to happen over the next day or so? Well, Anna, and I said Anna earlier, should have said Anna, is going to eventually move inland here over the Carolina coastline, somewhere between, we'll call it Charlotte, North Carolina, and North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the center crossing the coast, and then it'll move more or less to the northeast, with an increase in forward speed over eastern North Carolina, pretty much going up I-95 over the next day or two. So there's a lot of moisture that could get wrung out over this region. So keep that in mind for your Mother's Day tomorrow. Busy travel day, lots of people wanting to get out, take mom to lunch, go to church, go to family gatherings. Just be mindful, slow down in those downpours. You don't want to have an accident related to this May tropical storm, a very rare event. Don't let it bite you, okay? Really, use common sense. The main impact is going to be those torrential rain bands. In fact, we can see that on the long-range radar here, just coming into view of the Wilmington weather radar. We'll look at a close-up animation of that. And you can see, as I mentioned, just a few bands coming onshore down here in extreme southern New Hanover County, southeast Brunswick County of North Carolina, and then inland here, east of the I-95 corridor, thank goodness, between Myrtle Beach and Florence, and then more concentrated, heavier rain bands over parts of I-95 and I-40 here, between Raleigh and Fayetteville and Clinton in that area, and then in down east North Carolina, heavy rain showers moving in. But the bulk of the action, this is where the heaviest of rainfall is, associated with that deeper convective activity still sitting out over the Atlantic Ocean, well to the south-southeast of Wilmington. With Anna moving as slow as it is, just a couple of miles per hour, it's going to take a while for this mass of rain and maybe an embedded thunderstorm or two to make its way onshore. And again, the forecast track kind of showing a course like this and then up and out over time. So you can imagine that as this comes together towards the coast, it could be kind of a rough night here in southeast North Carolina if this convective mass holds together. One of the things I want to show you on satellite here, the Gulf Stream, you can't see it in this satellite shot, but it runs about like this. So this is where the water temperatures are in the mid to upper 70s, which in and of itself is just marginal to release enough humidity into the atmosphere, moisture, to give this the energy that it's even working with now. So it's funny because as strong as it is, you know, it could be a lot stronger. But it's May, so we're very limited, and that's good. So I just don't know if this is going to hold together, because right near the coast here, the water temperatures are going to drop off pretty significantly into the low 70s. And so the amount of evaporation that's taking place, the upper ocean heat content, is just negligible. And so this convective mass could collapse. We'll see. Either way, you folks here in southeast North Carolina and northeast South Carolina, Horry County, Columbus, Brunswick, New Hanover, Pender, Onslow, this region in here, watch out over the next several hours through tomorrow morning as this moves in. And then as the sun comes up, the atmosphere will destabilize over eastern North Carolina. And again, there could be some very heavy rain squalls. So anybody heading out and about, I'll remind you again, tomorrow, Mother's Day, be very careful out there. Be very careful, all right? Well, that is it from me for now. I'm going to go down to Wrightsville Beach here in just a little while. It's 2:46 p.m. Eastern Time as I record this video discussion. So I'm going to head down to the beach and turn on the Ustream camera that we have. And it's actually in this little box that we would normally set out for storm surge. and leave the box behind, strapped to something in a big storm surge event. But since it's not the case this time, I figure I'll just take the camera in the box and go out there. It's about the size of a little bit larger than a lunchbox. It has this really nice little Wi-Fi camera inside with audio, and it's protected, so I can take it and show you the surf, and it can get wet, and it'll just be kind of interesting, a little test that I'll be doing here this afternoon live on our Ustream channel. And then I'm going to try to set up the GoPro for some interesting time-lapse, stick it in the sand on a little monopod, and have a really nice low-angle shot of the waves and the clouds, and just capture the moment. It's kind of interesting. It's not a major event. It's not life-threatening as long as you use common sense, right? So I'm going to take advantage of it, test a little bit of stuff, and just let the weather geek in me out and enjoy the weather for what it is, because it's exciting. It's not the ordinary run-of-the-mill weather, right? So I'll see what I can do. All right, well, that's it. And by the way, I'll post some of this stuff on YouTube later, and I'll put a link on that on Twitter. And for any of you subscribed to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it there later tonight or early tomorrow, anything that I record today. Again, that's it from me for today. Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com. Thanks, as always, for tuning in. And I'll probably have one more video blog for you tomorrow.